Hi again. I am on live again, and I would like to continue the other videos that I have seen, especially on YouTube. Regarding cancer insurance, because that has been an important topic that people talk about because the incidence of cancer is getting high these days. Based on cancer.org, they have shared a study that they've made that this year, 2025, about 2 million Americans will be newly diagnosed, cancer patients. That's how high, the incidence of cancer is these days. And for breast cancer, it's actually 1 out of 8 women. So that is really quite high. And having gone through the diagnosis and the treatments, I will tell you, and this is my personal testimony, I was very healthy. Uh, Indeed, on my mother's side, there are cancer, incidents, uh, especially my uncle, who is the brother of my mom. He got breast cancer back in when he was in his 60s, but now he's living in his 80s and he's fine because it was caught early. So that is the key with cancer. It has to be diagnosed early so that a treatment plan will be in place, and hopefully the success rate will be high. So anyway, having that high probability of people getting cancer, um, there is a growing need for people to get their life insurance, having living benefits. So maybe the top three questions that people ask is, what is living benefits? Number two is, can I still qualify for living benefits? And number three is, the most common is how much. How much if I get a life insurance with living benefits? So I will answer that towards the end of the video, but let me share with you these two other videos that I got. So hold on to the answers to my top three questions regarding cancer. So let me share the video that I wanted to highlight today. Okay, so this is the first video.
Does cancer run in your family? Be honest. Unless you're a doctor, you can answer this question. Does it run in your family? Knock on wood, luckily I don't have cancer run in my family. We have other problems, but cancer hasn't been one of them on either side of my family. But it could be in your family. Your aunt had breast cancer, your grandma had breast cancer. If cancer runs in your family, I would recommend you buy additional insurance. I don't know what other insurance you have. I recommend you buy additional cancer insurance when you're first 65. And
So yeah, she was talking about getting additional cancer insurance, right? So um, because she was talking about having cancer running in their family. So like I mentioned earlier, in my mother's side, there will be cancer, incidents, and especially breast cancer. Imagine I have an uncle who got it when he was in his 60s, but because it was caught early, so he got treated, and he survived, and now he's in his 80s. So but when you apply for coverage of life insurance with living benefits, they don't really ask you whether there is a family history All they ask you is, what age did if your parents are not, are not alive anymore. There's a question that would ask you, what age did they die, and what was the cause of death. That's it. Application to life insurance with living benefit don't really ask if there is a family history, if there are people in your family that got cancer. No, it only asks, your immediate family, which is your father and your mother, and what was the cause of death. That's it. So, um, but of course, like what she said, if cancer runs in your family, it is just but wise to get this coverage. Why would you take the risk? Why would you take the risk of not having the peace of mind if something happens to you, or if a loved one, if a loved one is eventually diagnosed with certain illnesses? So, um, when I was younger, I was very careful with my sugar intake because diabetes runs in our family, and that's why I was very careful not to take so much sweets, even though I love desserts. I love cakes, bread, and all the sweet, desserts that you can have. But I was very, I was very conscious because I didn't want to end up, like some of my family members who had diabetes. So, but nevertheless, um, when I had this opportunity to get myself covered, um, my husband, like I said, bought this policy for me, and I was just a newlywed, and I was just a new immigrant here in the US, and we were quite blown away when we saw the details of this life insurance with living benefits. And um, and, and, and right away we got ourselves covered. So, definitely, if cancer or certain illnesses runs in your family, why not get living benefits? Do you know that this does not only cover cancer, it covers many illnesses, including Alzheimer's disease, including ALS, heart attack, stroke, blindness, many, many illnesses. So, if these things have occurred in your family, it is but wise to get this life insurance with living benefits. Okay. So the second video that I wanted to show, wait, let me see if I already finished this. Yes, I think I finished it. So the second video that I wanted to show and share today is, let me share again my screen. Okay. So I'm still having, still getting the how I do this. Okay, this is the second video I wanted to share. So it says that, what if I have a history with cancer? I had leukemia when I was 17, so I'm not sure if I should take it. So the question here is, they had some history of cancer. Okay, they had some history of cancer themselves. Can they still get life insurance with living benefits? Okay, so definitely for patients or for clients who has gone through cancer, who had cancer before. Let me stop my sharing so I can concentrate on my video. Okay, so definitely for interested clients who are interested to get life insurance with living benefits, if you had cancer before, we can try to apply again if you are 5 years in remission. Okay, we will try, because it's no guarantee. But I have heard of some people, 5 years and above in remission, still was able to get, life insurance with living benefits, and that is a blessing. In life, I guess with my cancer diagnosis, I mean, having gone through my cancer journey, there is a realization that yeah, the only thing that are certain in life is death and taxes, right? It is true. We will eventually die at some point in our life. Of course, we don't want that to come early, but somehow we need to prepare for that. And for most people, they don't really die right away, right? So most people, they either get sick, or they get into an accident and they become disabled. And these are the things that tells you about what if life happens to you. And having this life insurance with living benefits is surely, you know, is the peace of mind you can have. So going back to my top three questions when I began my video. So number one, what is living benefits? It is a life insurance that can be accelerated or that can be received while you're still alive, right? Because we are usually um, aware of life insurance with the money that you can leave behind when you pass on. So this one, it's the policyholder that can get the money when something happens to them, like certain illnesses. So that is the living benefits. Okay, it's not too many people know about it, but now that you've heard about it, I guess you might want to find out more about it. So the second question is, can I still qualify for living benefits, life insurance with living benefits? So we can cover, like I said, in my other videos, 2 weeks old babies and up to 85 years old, as long as they can pass, the insurability test. That is why we need to uh, make an application in behalf of you and see whether the life insurance company will get you covered. Uh, so an additional bonus is, what do life insurance company usually ask? Well, number one, of course, they will be asking questions about your identity, making sure it's you. And then second is a background of your profession, and where could you possibly get the payment for your life insurance. And number three is your health and medical background. Okay, so you will give us an access to your medical background so that we can take a look. So, and then the fourth one is, of course, a bank verification, wherein we need to verify that you have an existing bank account. Okay, and then we submit that. We submit that application in your behalf, and we'll see what our underwriters will say about the application. And that's it, right? So, and then the number three question is, how much? How much is it to get a life insurance with living benefits? And that is where, a one-on-one consultation is needed, because it's designed and customized for each type of client. Whether you're male or female, whatever age you are in. So basically, those are the and then if you are a smoker or non-smoker. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you for listening today, and thank you for I hope you can share my video to people that you think will be will be benefit from. And yeah, like I always said, come and join us in this industry. We need people to be in this industry to talk about this to people. This is only available in America, and there are about 350 million Americans. And we need to talk about life insurance with living benefits and how it can benefit your family. So I'm sorry about the noise, the background noise. So I will let you go now, and I will see you again on my next video. Thank you.